manufacturing company hires people that were born and raised to work in this industry.
I grew up farming, and we had to hook up equipment on our farm.
I still actively farm. I know what the farmers' problems are. I can use that to help make our products better.
What kind of separates a successful farm from one that's having a little more trouble right now is the ability to market your grain.
And the best way to manage hookup
calls where a farmer is broke down, a dealer needs the part right away. We do whatever we can to get it there.
The Hookup Dealer Network is also a critical part of the company's success.
Our relationship with our dealers is very close. They know who they can contact if they have a need.
The dealers are absolutely committed to this product.
When you buy something, you want to make sure you have good service that comes with it.
You have depended on Farm Rain for your customized farming equipment and service. We are humbled by your trust.
Of tonight's doubleheader, Wray able to take game 1, 16-4. So they've started off their 2022 season with a 1-0 record, trying to stay perfect on the young season by trying to sweep the doubleheader here with Akron, of course. Connor Dockery on KRDZ. Leading us off, going to be Joey Wymura once again playing shortstop to start this game. Played fantastic in relief for Wray and got himself the win last time out. And starting us off on the mound for Akron is going to be Anderson Filla. Did not pitch at all in relief last game as Wymura falling behind 0-2 with a couple of fouled pitches. Filla taking his time. Here's the 0-2 delivery. That one just low. It's going to be a ball. So Filla pitched 2 innings previously in the doubleheader with Haxton. Gave up 3 hits, 5 runs, 1 home run. Also walked 3 batters, struck out 3. Another pitch in the dirt. So Wymura able to battle back from an 0-2 count to a 2-2 count. Anderson Filla trying to get off on the right foot here. Here is the 2-2. That one misses low. 3-2. And his first batter faced. He already has a payoff pitch to try to decide matters right here. Wymura also trying to get off to a good start here in this game as the payoff delivery is going to be popped to foul territory and out of play. Ooh, nearly hit a vehicle there in the parking lot, but it's going to bounce away. 3-2 once again. So let's go over the Wray batting order for game number 2. It'll be Wymura at short, Rogers in center, Arambula at catcher, Camden Riggleman getting the start for Wray in game 2 on the mound. Here's the 3-2 one more time. That one misses low and away for a walk. So Wymura is our leadoff base runner for the top of the first inning. Ashton Rogers, center fielder for this game. He's going to step in to the plate, trying to advance Wymura on the bases. Going through our order here once again. Batting 5th, it'll be Eddie Estrada in right field, and a stolen base attempt is successful there by Joey Wymura, able to swipe the bag. Throw was late. So Wymura adding a stolen base to his totals here. A walk and a steal. So a 1-0 count to Rogers. No outs yet, and a base runner in scoring position. Here's the 1-0. That one just misses above the belt. 2-0. Batting 6th for Wray. Rice Peterson at first, then Darren Welp at third. Yahi Enriquez. I was saying Yahir Enriquez in the first game, but I've been told it's Yahi Enriquez. Pitch missed in the dirt, and it's going to get away from Dakota Farnham, the catcher for Akron in Game 2, and that's going to bring Wymura up to third. So there is a wild pitch. Many wild pitches for Akron in Game 1, leading to a lot of Wray runs as well. And rounding up the batting order for Wray, second baseman Carson Rockwell. This one goes right down Main Street. It's now 3-1. So Anderson Phila staying alive in the count. 3-1. This one swung on, popped foul to the parking lot once again. So 2 batters and another 3-2 count. Anderson Phila trying to limit the base runners for Wray, unlike Akron did in the first game. Many base runners, many walks, and a swing and a miss for Rogers. That's going to be the first out of the inning, first strikeout for Anderson Phila in his start. Now Chris Arambula stepping in for Wray. First cuts in this one. 1 down, 1 base runner on third. No score yet. Top of the first inning, Game 2 of 2 between Wray and Akron. First delivery to Arambula, going to immediately ground this one to third, and they're going to try to get the out at home. Unsuccessful, and Arambula is going to try to advance to second. Farnham not paying attention, and the throw is not in time. So Arambula able to make it to second base. He reaches on a fielder's choice, and he is going to bring in a run. Wymura coming home to score. So just like that, Wray leads 1-0 over Akron. Bit of an unwise decision right there, of course. You know, could try to get the out at home, but should have just had plenty of time. Could have just gotten the for sure out there at first, but instead 1-0 and another base runner in scoring position for Wray. Pitch in the dirt. Farnham keeps it close. So Arambula going to retreat back to second base. Camden Riggleman now at the plate. He's ahead in the count. 1 ball, no strike. Phila looking back at second. 1-0 is too far inside. 2 balls and no strikes for Camden Riggleman. Pitcher versus pitcher matchup. We'll see how, of course, Riggleman does on the mound. We'll talk about him when he is on the mound there in the bottom of the first inning. Another glance at second. Here is the 2-0. Misses high, 3-0. Riggleman with a good opportunity to be walked right here. Did good in that department Game 1. He drew 3 walks in addition to a 1-for-2 performance at the plate. And pitch is going to catch the corner on the inside. That's strike 1. 3 balls and 1 strike to Riggleman. Base runner at second, 1 out, 1-0 lead for Wray. Next delivery, swung on and missed. Riggleman and Arambula able to make the dash to third on the steal. Throw is away. Arambula going to make the run home, and it's late. So an error brings home another run. So Arambula now in to score. Wray leads 2-0 over Akron. So it's going to be an E2 there. Throw from Farnham was well off the mark into the outfield, and that is what brought home the run. So 2 runs and 1 error in this inning. Riggleman, meanwhile, with a 3-2 count, swing and a miss, leading to that play, of course. So another full count. Payoff pitch, swung on a miss. Strikeout for Camden Riggleman. 2 outs now in the inning, both of them on the strikeout from Anderson Phila. So now batting 5th is Eddie Estrada. Both Eddie Estrada and Yahi Enriquez coming in from Idalia to play some baseball with Wray. So a couple of imports, if you will, from another school. adding to this Wray roster. First pitch was a called strike one. Second pitch missed above the zone. 1 ball and 1 strike for Estrada. Estrada, right fielder for this game. Here is the 1-1. This one is going to be popped foul behind the plate. Back to the parking lot we go. 1-2 now. Anderson Filla, 1 strike away from getting out of the inning. However, not without some damage, of course. 2 base runners, both coming in to score, one of them on an error. No hits either. Next pitch misses well above the zone. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two-two delivery. That one misses high again. 3 balls and 2 strikes for Eddie Estrada. 2 down in the inning. Bases empty. Payoff delivery once more. That one in the dirt, and there's a walk. 2 walks issued in the inning. So now with 2 outs, Villa has himself another base runner to deal with as Rice Peterson steps in, batter number 6 in the order for Wray. So it looks like the home plate umpire needs another baseball right here, as looks like we ran out of some baseballs to use in play, as looks like Akron head coach Tyler Pickens, 2nd-year head coach for Akron, able to get a couple of baseballs back in play. So Pickens coming to the rescue. Peterson steps in. 2 outs. Base runner on first. Wray leads 2-0. This one popped foul. So of the 2 balls brought back into play, we already lost one of them. So we're off to a good start here. 0-1 count for Peterson. Peterson in game 1 today went 0 for 2 at the plate, but he did draw 2 walks. 0-1 misses off the plate. 1 ball and 1 strike for Peterson. Villa so far in this one in this start. Pitching 2/3 of an inning so far. No hits, 2 runs, issuing 2 walks, and striking out 2 batters. One of those runs, of course, unearned. Swing and a miss, and a steal attempt is successful by Eddie Estrada. Quick dash to second base, makes it in time. So 2 steals for Wray in this first inning as well. Base runner now on second. 1-2 count to Peterson. 2 outs. Wray leads 2-0. Pitch swung on and missed, and that will retire the side. So Peterson strikes out. All 3 outs for Wray in the inning coming on the strikeout. But Wray able to get off to a good start here. They lead 2-0 over Akron. Bottom of the first inning is next on KRDZ. Bottom of the first inning, Wray with a 2-0 lead over Akron, game 2 of today's doubleheader. Connor Dockery on KRDZ. Bottom of the first brought to you by Eagle Oil. Eagle Oil of Wray can handle all your fuel and oil needs. Eagle Oil just east of Wray on Highway 34. Leading us off in the bottom of the first for Akron, Anderson Filla. Pitcher versus pitcher matchup. Riggleman getting the start for Wray. First pitch gets the lower right corner for a called strike one. 0 on the count now for Filla. Last season, Riggleman appearing in 2 games for Wray on the mound. Here's the 0-1. This one is going to be popped up into the infield. At short, this one is going to be caught. So Joey Wymura able to get the first out of the inning.
Now batting, number 19, Evan Vogt.
Actually unsuccessful right there. Still staying there at first for Anderson Filla. Meanwhile, here comes Evan Vogt wearing a hoodie there, but with the number 19 on the back. So there we go. Usually they give the jackets to base runners, especially pitchers, when they're out there, but this is high school. A little bit different. Base runner on first for Riggleman. First one is going to be grounded back to Riggleman on the mound. Can't make the double play, so he makes the throw to first, and that one's going to be in time. So there is out number 1 officially.
Now batting, number 28, Xavier Livesay.
Base runner now on second with 1 down. Xavier Livesay stepping in. So Riggleman on the mound last season started 1 game, only pitched in 4 innings, allowed 2 hits, no runs, walked 1 batter, struck out 4. So not that bad in limited effort. First pitch to Livesay, misses in the dirt, forces Arambula to go behind the plate, but plenty of time for Anderson Filla to advance to third. So now just 1 base away from making this a 2-1 ball game. Livesay now at the plate. First pitch is swung on, and it's going to be foul out of play. So 1-1 the count to Livesay. 1 down in the inning. Base runner at third. Wray leads 2-0 over Akron. Livesay trying to get back on the right track here. He was 0 for 2 at the plate in game 1 today. A 16-4 victory for the Eagles. 1-1 in the dirt. Arambula has to go behind the plate, but doesn't get too far. That one holds Filla at third. Riggleman going back to the mound. 2-1 the count to Livesay. Here's the 2-1. That one in the dirt again. Arambula keeping that one close. It's 3-1 now for Livesay. Riggleman dangerously close to allowing the walk and putting base runners on the corners. We'll see how he approaches this one right here. 3-1. That one going to be a fly ball to center field. Out to make the play. Unable to is Rogers. It goes behind him and finds the grass. It's going to be an RBI double for Xavier Livesay. Gets his first hit in today's doubleheader. That one's going to send in Anderson Filla to score. So now we have a base runner on second. 1 down in the inning and a 2-1 ball game. Stepping in now, Ryan McCaffrey. Playing center field in this one. Started on the mound for Akron in game 1. Came away with the loss. Bit of a rough start for him. Not a bad first inning. Only allowed 1 run to come home to score for Wray, but no hits, allowing 5 runs. Just way too many walks from him in his start. So a swing and a miss from McCaffrey. Now a 1-1 count. Here's the 1-1 to McCaffrey. That one is going to be swung, grounded to second, and unable to make the pickup is Rockwell, and can't make the throw to first. That one just kind of ate him up a bit. So that is going to be a hit, but it is going to advance Livesey just to third. So no runs scoring on the play. So a double and then a single given up by Riggleman. Runners on the corners with one down in the inning. Here is Alex Bowen. Bowen went 1 for 3 in his last game. Game 1 of this doubleheader. Holds off on the bunt attempt. Throw to second on the steal attempt. Not in time. That one was very close. However, McCaffrey is able to get a stolen base against Wray. So now Riggleman, pressure is mounting. 2-1 the lead for Wray, but just one out in the inning, and base runners on second and third. Here's the 1-0. That one swung on and missed on an inside pitch. Great execution from Riggleman that time. All ones on the scoreboard. Besides Wray with 2 runs, there is 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. First inning, and Akron has 1 run. 1-1, way to the outside. It's a pitch out, and the throw is offline from Arambula. It goes into the outfield. They tried to pick off Livesey at third, and that error is going to cost Wray another run. It is now 2-2. Staying at second base on the play is McCaffrey. So Livesey is able to score the run on the E2 that will be charged to Arambula. Another one misses the zone. 3-1 the count for Bowen. We are tied at 2. 2 errors in the inning against Wray. This one swung on. It's going to be a fly ball. Shortstop making the catch. It's Joey Wymura. 2 outs in the inning.
Number 11, Dakota Farnham.
Dakota Farnham stepping in at the plate. Catcher for this contest. Trying to keep the inning alive. 2 down, base runner at second for Akron. We're tied at 2, bottom of the first inning. So it looks like Arambula has to go to the dugout. Head coach Brett Vlashine, 5th-year head coach for Wray. Looks like Arambula's helmet, a strap might have broken right there. So going to have to try to get this fixed as soon as possible. Hopefully we have a spare helmet in the dugout for use. Looks like we do. So spare equipment coming in clutch here. So we don't have to try to hold up this game and try to repair his catcher's helmet. Might have had to borrow one from Akron. That'd be awkward. 2 different teams sharing the same helmet. First delivery to Farnham is going to be swung on, fouled away along the first baseline. 0-1 the count. Riggleman trying to end the inning, allowing just 2 runs for Akron on 2 hits. This one swung on. It's going to be a fly ball in foul territory. It's going to be out of play up and over the Akron dugout. Now an 0-2 count to Dakota Farnham. Riggleman 1 strike away from getting out of the inning. Trying to hold it right here at a tied game. Wray did lead 2-0 at the end of the first. However, 2 runs given up here in the bottom of the first inning. Akron staying close. Next delivery just misses the top of the zone. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Riggleman with 1 more try. That one below the zone. All 2s on the scoreboard now. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2-2 the score. Here's the 2-2 to Farnham. That one swung on and missed, and that retires the side. So we're back to a tied ball game. Riggleman able to pick up his first strikeout of the season on the mound, and that will do it. 2 runs on 2 hits, 2 errors committed by Wray in the inning, and we are tied at 2. Top of the second, next on KRDZ. Top of the second inning, game 2 of 2, and we are tied at 2. Connor Dockery on KRDZ. Top of the second inning, brought to you by University Napa. Shop in store to see a full line of Milwaukee and Carlisle tools to add to your toolbox. University Napa and Wray, Yuma, Sterling, and Brush. Leading off the inning, Darren Welp. First pitch to him is going to be too low. Ball 1. Darren Welp, 7th in the batting order, playing third base in this game. Played second and short in game 1. Next pitch grazes the bottom of the zone, is called strike 1. Darren Welp, game 1, 0 for 2, did draw 2 walks. 1-1 to Welp. That one misses above. 2 balls and a strike. Anderson Phillips still on the mound there for Akron. In that first inning, he allowed no hits, but did give up 2 runs, issued 2 walks, and struck out 3 batters. Next one swung on and missed for Welp, now a 2-2 count. 2-2 to Welp, in the dirt again. 3 balls, 2 strikes. So Wray doing a good job of getting the pitch count up for Anderson Phillips there on the bump, forcing him into a lot of 3-2 situations. Here is another one. Ooh, that one missed way inside. Nearly got Welp, but he's going to have to take a base all the same. It's going to be a 6-pitch walk. That is the 3rd walk of the game issued by Anderson Phillips. And Wray, for the 2nd consecutive inning, has themselves a leadoff base runner. Yahi Enriquez, left fielder for this game. Batter number 8, now in the box. First pitch gets the bottom of the zone, called strike 1. Yahi Enriquez, game 1, 1 of 3. Also drew a walk. 0-1. That one misses off the lower outside corner. 1 ball and 1 strike for Yahi Enriquez. 1 base runner, no outs for Wray. Enriquez steps back in. Phila gets back set. Pitch way too high this time. 2 balls and a strike. Enriquez and Estrada both coming over from Idalia to play ball this season with Wray. Pitch swung on and missed. Now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Trying to get that pitch count up there for Anderson Phila. Again, not a bad first inning there for him, considering how the Akron pitching staff as a whole performed in game number 1. A lot of walks, a lot of miscues. On an upstairs pitch, a swing and a miss. So all 4 of the outs that Anderson Phila has gotten today has come on the strikeout. Doing a good job of limiting the Wray-based runners as well. Again, compared to how game number 1 went. So base runners still at first there in the form of Darren Welp. Enriquez goes down on strikes. Here is Carson Rockwell, batter number 9 in the order. Flashes bunt, but holds off at the last minute. Steal attempt by Welp. Throw is off the line. So a successful steal for Welp. Now a base runner in scoring position for Wray. Rockwell gets back in. 1-0 the count, 1 down. Score tied at 2 between Wray and Akron, game 2. Wray taking game 1 16-4. Pitch misses above the zone, 4-2. Phil gets back set. Quick glance back at second. Here is the 2-0. This one's going to be grounded straight to third. Fake throw to second. Instead goes to first for the sure out. And after the fact, being tricky right there, Darren Welp, after that throw, makes the dash to third and makes it successfully. So it's going to be a ground out for Rockwell, but he does advance the base runner. 2 down in the inning. That brings back the top of the order with Joey Wymura. Wymura drawing the walk to lead off the game. This one a swinging bunt goes straight to first, Livesay, and he is able to make the tag there at first. That one was a very close play. Nearly didn't get it, but he is able to get the out himself. So an unassisted ground out to first base for Joey Wymura, and the side is retired. So for Wray, no runs, no hits, no errors. 1 base runner left on base. Score remains 2-2 going into the bottom of the second on KRDZ. Back to Akron, Colorado. Bottom of the second inning. We are tied at 2. Connor Dockery on KRDZ Wray. Bottom of the second inning, brought to you by Quality Irrigation. At Quality Irrigation and Quality Storage Solutions, quality isn't just their name, it's their way of life. Riggleman still there on the mound, getting 1 strikeout, allowing 2 hits for 2 runs. Leading off the inning for Akron, batter number 7 in the order will be Hunter Molt, playing at shortstop today. He was a DH there in game 1 for a 1 at-bat. 1 plate appearance, I should say, just drew a walk. First pitch to him is a ball. Next pitch is foul tipped into the glove. It's going to be a 1-1 count to Molt. Molt batting to start the game for Poss. Poss playing at shortstop, I should say. Molt is DHing again in this one. It is Poss that is playing at shortstop. Same situation as the first game, as another one is foul tip behind the plate. Now a 1-2 count to Molt. One ball, 2 strikes, no outs so far. Molt takes another pitch. 2 balls and 2 strikes. This one was low. Riggleman, not too bad of a start there on the mound. Couple of errors were a big part of those 2 runs allowed. Next one gets away from Riggleman there. Nearly got Molt, but Molt was able to duck out of the way. Count now runs full. 3 balls, 2 strikes after being just a 1-2 count. So Molt, after falling behind, able to stick with it. Here's the payoff delivery. Swung on and missed. That is another strikeout for Riggleman. Number 2, in fact. And he starts off the second inning with an out. Good way to start. And here comes Jackson Filla playing third base for Akron to start this second game. Jackson Filla in game 1 only had 1 plate appearance that came at the end of the game as a pinch hitter for Alex Bowen. First pitch got the knees for a called strike 1. In that 1 plate appearance, Jackson Filla was able to draw a walk. Here's the 0-1 to Jackson Filla. That one swung on. It's going to be a deep drive to left field, and that one will go all the way to the fence. Enriquez making the throw back in, and a cutoff will hold Jackson Filla to second base. So there's a 1-out double for Jackson Filla. Brock Sweetland, batter number 9 in the order for Akron, playing in right field. Sweetland in game 1, 0 for 2 at the plate. Also had a brief appearance there in relief. Didn't do too bad. He came into a mess of a situation in the 5th inning, and then the 6th inning kind of got away from him. He had to get it relieved himself. First pitch to Sweetland is in the dirt. 1 ball, no strikes. 1 down in the inning. Base runner at second for Akron. Still tied at 2 in the bottom of the second inning. Pitch is in the zone. Right at the knees, called strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Riggleman set. 1-1. That one is low. 2 balls and a strike. Brock Sweetland, a sophomore for Akron. Going to get a step off right here for Camden Riggleman. And now a quick practice swing there for Sweetland before getting back into the box. 2 balls and a strike, 1 down in the inning. Base runner at second. Here's the 2-1. That one low again. Riggleman low on 3 consecutive pitches. Actually, all the pitches in this batter right here, Brock Sweetland. However, was able to get the bottom of the strike zone for a strike there on the second pitch. Here's the 3-1. That one misses off the plate. It'll be a 5-pitch walk to Brock Sweetland.
Now batting, number 10, Anderson.
First walk of the game issued by Riggleman. Brings back the top of the order, Anderson Filla. Scored a run in the first inning, however, he reached on an error. So now base runners on first and second with 1 down. First pitch to Anderson Filla is a swing and a miss. No balls, 1 strike for Anderson Filla. Another pitcher versus pitcher matchup here to start game 2. This one, a line drive to center field, and that's going to go straight in the glove of Ashton Rogers. Gets it back in play quickly. Neither base runner advances. So that's going to be 2 outs in the inning for Akron.
Number 19, Evan.
Evan Vogt stepping in for Akron. So far in this one, 0 for 1. Had a ground out back to Riggleman there at the mound in the first inning for the first out at that time. Trying to get back on track. Vogt 0 for 2 in game 1 as well, but he did draw a walk. First pitch is too high. 1 ball, no strikes. Trying to retire 2 base runners here in the inning. Trying to hold it at a tied ball game. 2-2. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That one is low. 2-0 the count. 2-0 delivery. That one gets the bottom of the zone. A called strike 1. And good reactionary skills there from Arambula with the glove on the catch. Threatening to make a throw, so deterring any steal attempts for either base runner. Base runners on first and second, of course. Next pitch is too low. Did not tempt Vogt at all. Just missed the zone. 3 balls and 1 strike, 2 down in the second inning. Bottom of the second inning, of course. Here's the 3-1. That one right down Main Street. That one just froze up Vogt, and that is strike 2. Big payoff pitch coming up. Could end the inning. Could add another base runner. Could be scoring runs. Anything can happen right here on this next pitch. 3-2. Ooh, way inside. And that's going to be a walk. So 2 walks issued in the inning for Riggleman. And the bases are now loaded. Xavier Livesay at the plate. Got to be very careful here. Of course, packs a lot of pop in that bat. He had himself an RBI double, as a matter of fact, in the second inning. First pitch, big swing and a miss there for Livesay. Big cut there. Also scored a run himself there. Scored the tying run off of an error in the second inning. Next one swung. That one's a line drive to right center. That's going to be trouble as it plates at least 2 runs here. Livesay making it all the way to second. Third run coming home, and throw not in time. And a pickoff attempt there at second. That one's too high as well. It rolls into the outfield. Livesay comes to third. Throw back into the infield and coming home. So not the defensive play the Wray Eagles wanted. Went from a 2-2 ball game to a 6-2 ball game with a single swing of the bat and a couple of miscued throws. So going to have a mound visit right here for Camden Riggleman. So Livesay did make it to second on the initial hit, so he did get that double. And able to get essentially 4 RBIs on the play. Again, he was able to bring home 3 of his teammates on that initial double, and then a couple of throwing miscues brought him home. Made the throw back in, and then the throw from Arambula trying to get him out at second was offline. That is what brought Livesay from second all the way home. So still an extended mound visit here from all of the infielders and head coach Brett Vlasheen, trying to get Riggleman under control right here. He is going to stay on the mound, at least for the second inning, trying to get the last out.
Now batting, number 2, Ryan McCaffrey.
Still Snoop Dogg and D.I.
2 outs in the inning, bases now empty, and Akron with a 6-2 lead over Wray. 4 runs scoring on the past play, also an error on the play as well. So 3 total errors on the game for Wray. First pitch is in the dirt. 1 ball, no strikes to Ryan McCaffrey, who is now at the plate. 1 for 1 in this game. Had a single in the first inning, also a stolen base. Next one was off the plate. It's 2-0 to McCaffrey. Next delivery well on the inside. Ooh, they're going to get that one on the plate. So McCaffrey trying to lean over and trying to draw a hit by pitch, but couldn't quite get it. So it's going to be actually 1 ball and 2 strikes right here. So 1 strike away from getting out of it. Here's the 1-2. Swung on. Line drive to right center again. That is another base hit. It's just going to be a single right here. Rogers getting it back in play quickly, but it is going to be a 2-out single, no base runners on for Akron. So even if Livesay didn't score on that error, he would have certainly scored that time. 3rd base hit of the inning for Akron. First pitch, going to be a strike from Riggleman. Bowen now at the plate, and he is behind 0-1. Next delivery, swung on, line drive, gets just over the glove of Joey Wymura at short, and that's another 2-out base hit. So back-to-back singles there with 2 outs. Of course, following up the 4 RBI double there, if you will, from Livesay. I know, weird to say. You'd think that would be a home run if it's 4 RBIs, but considering he scored on the error. So the inning will continue. Base runners on first and second. Now at the plate, Dakota Farnham. First pitch, that one's going to miss on the inside. 1 ball and no strikes. So 4 hits and 4 runs in the inning. 2 walks issued as well, and 1 error. Next pitch misses high and inside. 2 balls and no strikes. Riggleman gets the call. Here's the 2-0. Swung on and missed from Farnham. 2-1 the count. Just trying to take it 1 pitch at a time. Just trying to slow it down. Here's the 2-1. That one bounces in the dirt, gets away from Arambula. Base runners on the move. Throw to third is in time. Should have been in time. The umpire trying to go up there, and he is out. So took him a bit of time. He's just trying to tease everybody right there. So there we go. Throw, the initial pitch was off the mark, and Arambula behind the plate. Pitch got away from him. He was able to make the pickup and get the pickoff at third. So McCaffrey is the 3rd out, and after a while there, that is the end of the 2nd inning. 4 runs on 4 hits, 1 error in the inning from Wray, and Akron has taken a 6-2 lead over the Eagles, heading to the top of the 3rd inning on KRDZ. back to Akron, game 2 of tonight's doubleheader. Akron taking a 6-2 lead into the top of the 3rd inning. Connor Dockery on KRDZ. Leading off the inning, Ashton Rogers. Still on the mound is Anderson Phila. The top of the 3rd inning is brought to you by Easy Irrigation. From Zematic center pivots to turf equipment, ATVs, side-by-sides, and Hustler mowers, Easy Irrigation has you covered. First pitch of the inning is a swing and a miss by Rogers. He will fall behind 0-1. Trying to get the inning going. Again, a bit of a rough pitching inning there for Riggleman. It actually was pretty solid until it wasn't. It was a bases-loaded situation until Xavier Livesay hit a double with a couple of throwing miscues on the play, as that one brought in 4 runs. Rogers, meanwhile, has a fly ball out to right field, caught by Sweetland. So there you go. There's the first out. Anderson Phila able to retire the first batter. So now Chris Arambula steps in at the plate, trying to get Wray going with 1 out. First delivery to him, that one just below the zone. It's a ball. 0-1 for Arambula. So far in this game, he is 0 for 1 as well. Reached on fielder's choice, but he did get an RBI and a run scored off of an error. Another pitch misses. It's now 2 balls and no strikes. Here is the 2-0. This one is going to be contact, and it's going to drop into right field. Bounces away from Sweetland. And getting back in play quickly with the throw. That's going to hold Arambula to a single. So at least Wray now has a 1-out base runner. First hit of the game actually there for Wray. Came a little bit sooner than it did in game 1. It took them till the top of the 4th inning to get their first hit in that last game. Not that it affected their score all that much. Again, a 16-4 victory. A lot of walks and errors there from Akron. And it was also Chris Arambula that got the first hit of the game for Wray. So that's when they got their offense going. We'll see if that gets their offense going in this one as well. However, Anderson Phila having a great start on the mound as well. This one by Riggleman grounded right along the first base line, but still in play. Livesay makes the pickup, turns around and steps on the bag for the 2nd out. So Riggleman in a ground out.
Now batting number 2, Eddie Estrada.
Meanwhile on the play, Arambula advancing to 2nd. Eddie Estrada now at the plate, trying to advance Arambula with 2 outs. First delivery to him, well inside. Estrada has to kind of avoid getting hit there, as it's going to be a ball. 1-0. Estrada drawing a walk in the first inning of this game. Also stole a base. He was left on the bases, however. Next pitch misses above the belt, this time 2 balls and no strikes. Phila so far, great start so far. Currently on track for the win, pitching in 2 2/3 innings, allowing 1 hit for 2 runs, issuing 3 walks and striking out 4. His first 4 outs of this game were actually strikeouts. So good start to him in that aspect, and then just overall, limiting Ray's chances in the early going. It's a 2-1 count now to Estrada. Pitches off the line, and Arambula nearly caught in a pickle there. He was about halfway to 3rd as Dakota Farnham behind the plate made the throw to 3rd, but as a result, Arambula retreated back to 2nd base. Meanwhile, a 3-1 count for Estrada. 2 outs, trying to keep the inning alive. Next one is tipped behind the plate. 3 balls, 2 strikes, another full count for Anderson Phillip to deal with. 3-2 with 2 outs. Base runner on second. Wray trails Akron by 4. Swung on, foul, tipped in the dirt again. We'll do a 3-2 count one more time. Anderson Phillip trying to retire the side, allowing no runs for the second consecutive inning. After actually that second inning, first inning of tonight's doubleheader, that Wray did not score any runs, scoring at least 1 run in each of the innings in the Game 1 blowout victory. Still a 3-2 count. Getting a couple of new baseballs from the Wray dugout this time. Anderson Phillip still looking for that third out. Pitches in the dirt. That's going to be a walk for Estrada. And since it was in the dirt, that opened up an opportunity for Arambula to advance to third. So now base runners on the corners with 2 outs. So Estrada so far with 2 walks in 2 plate appearances in this second game. Rice Peterson stepping in at the plate, trying to keep the inning alive. 2 down, base runners on the corners. First pitch, swung on, grounded back to the mound. Anderson Phillip, the turn to first is in time, and the side is retired. So, Wray scoring 2 runs in the first inning, however, unable to tack on to their total in the second and third innings. So in this inning, no runs on 1 hit, no errors, 2 base runners left on base. The score remains 6-2 in favor of Akron, heading into the bottom of the third inning on KRDZ. Bottom of the third inning, game 2 of the doubleheader. Akron leading Wray 6-2. Connor Dockery on KRDZ. The bottom of the third inning is brought to you by Wray State Bank. For all your traditional online and mobile banking needs, visit Wray State Bank. So Wray's offense drying up a little bit. Anderson Phillip of Akron doing a great job on the mound so far. Meanwhile, Arambula still having issues with his catcher's helmet there behind the plate. The strap broke off there in the second inning. Had to get a new helmet, and looks like to start this inning, he ended up grabbing the wrong helmet, the one that was broken. So, second time in this one that Arambula has had his catcher's helmet replaced, even though it is just one helmet that busted. So leading off the inning for Akron, it is Dakota Farnham. First pitch to him is foul tip behind the plate. Farnham will fall behind 0-1. Farnham 0 for 1 in this ball game. He struck out swinging to retire the side in the first inning. 0-1 delivery, swung on and missed. He falls behind 0-2. Riggleman looking for a good start to this inning. Needs to get his confidence back after getting shaken up there a little bit with that 4-run second inning. Next one, this one is swung on, popped up. It's going right to second base, and getting under it for the catch is Carson Rockwell. There's the first out. One up, one down in the bottom of the third inning. Now is Hunter Molt. 0 for 1 himself in this ball game. He struck out swinging to lead off the second inning. Trying to turn his day around. 0 for 1 with a walk. Kind of split plate appearances between him and Caleb Poss at that number 7 spot. First pitch was in the zone, called strike 1. Here is the 0-1. That one gets the lower right of the zone. Molt falls behind 0-2. Riggleman looking for a quick second out. 0-2, swung on and missed. So a 3-pitch strikeout. The second 2 pitches are swinging. So there is the third strikeout of the game for Camden Riggleman. We'll see if this inning kind of gets him back on track as the first 2 batters are retired here. Jackson Phyllis steps in. Had a 1-out double in the second inning, trying to keep this inning alive, as this one is a swing and a miss. So Riggleman in that second inning, a lot of his pitches were a little bit too low below the zone. A couple of them were close, but Akron wasn't quite biting. And so far in this inning, his pitch is a lot more tempting, as the next pitch is on the inside. That one just misses the corner. 1 ball and 1 strike to Jackson Philla. Philla 1 for 1 in this ball game with that double after drawing a walk in the first game in a pinch hitting appearance. First pitch looks like he could not hold up on the, looks like he did hold up in time. So it is a 2-1 count for, I believe it's 1-2 actually. The 1-2, that one right down Main Street, and it's a looking strike number 3. So a great inning from Camden Riggleman, retires the side in order and gets himself 2 additional strikeouts and holds Akron right there. The score remains 6-2 heading to the top of the 4th inning, which is next on KRDZ. Top of the fourth inning, Akron still leads 6-2 over Wray. Connor Dockery live on KRDZ. This fourth inning brought to you by Slick Spot. For all things on wheels, Slick Spot's got your back. Shop for tires online at slickspotfarmandtruck.com. Leading off the inning is Darren Welp. First two pitches to him off the mark. He is ahead 2-0. Still on the mound is Anderson Phila. Great start for him. So far on track for the win. And he's so far only allowed one hit for 2 runs. Although he has walked 4 batters, he does also have 4 strikeouts. Now another ball needed in play here. That one going in the dirt and behind. Welp so far drawing the walk there in the second inning. Stole a base there as well. Here is the next delivery to Welp. That one misses on the inside. 3-1 the count. Akron starting the season 1-2, and they're really trying to turn this program around. They've had a combined 5-47 record since 2018. As this one is in the dirt, Darren Welp will make it to first base on the walk. So 2 plate appearances and 2 walks for Welp. That's the 5th walk issued by Phila. So yes, Akron 5-47 record since 2018, and in that stretch they've lost now 8 straight games against the Wray Eagles, including game 1 of today's doubleheader. Again, a 16-4 victory for Wray. So 1 base runner on first, no outs. First pitch, a swing and a miss for Yahi Enriquez. Trying to settle down there in the box, trying to get some pointers there from head coach Brett Vlaschin. Next pitch swung on and missed as well. 0-2 count for Enriquez. Trying to get the first out is Anderson Phila. Going for strikeout number 5. Here is the 0-2. Gets called for strike 3. Meanwhile, a stolen base for Darren Welp. So 3-pitch strikeout there for Enriquez. However, a base runner does advance. 5th strikeout for Phila.
Carson Rockwell.
Batter number 9 in Wray's order, Carson Rockwell stepping in. Grounded out to third base in the second inning. 0-1 in this game. 0-4-1. First pitch to him way off the mark. Bit of a pitch out right there. However, that one doesn't tempt Welp any. He's able to retreat back to second base. So a 1-0 count for Rockwell, stepping back into the box. Here's the 1-0, swung on, and that one is going to be a swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike for Rockwell. Get some more orders there from Coach Vlaschin there on the third base line. 1-1 with 1 out. This one is going to be popped foul over the Akron dugout. 1 ball and 2 strikes for Rockwell. 1 down in the inning. Scoreless third inning after Akron was able to take a 4-2, a 4-run second inning to take a 6-2 lead in the second. Since then, scoreless. Pitching has been locked down so far. Foul ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes still. Phila gets back set. Here's the 1-2. That one too far inside. Gets away from Farnham behind the plate. And that advances Welp to third base on the wild pitch. Just 2 wild pitches this game for Anderson Phila. 2 balls, 2 strikes for Rockwell. Still looking for that third strike and a second out. Phila set. 2-2. That one off the mark. Runs the count full. 3-2. Although Phila has been very successful in his many 3-2 counts today. 3-2-1 there on the scoreboard. Base runner at third for Wray. Akron leads by 4, top of the 4th inning. Payoff pitch. That one well off the mark, and that is another walk. So 1 strikeout and 2 walks here to start the top of the 4th inning. Base runners are now on the corners. Brings back the top of the order. Joey Wymura stepping in. And looks like a bit of a mound visit right here for Anderson Phila. Going to try to get him back under control. Only iffy inning there was the first inning, where he allowed 2 runs on no hits. He walked 2 batters. Did get 3 strikeouts. And then the second and third innings, allowing no runs. Looks like we're going to have a reliever here for Akron, so we will step aside. Wray has base runners on the corners, 1 down in the top of the 4th inning. Akron leads 6-2 on KRDZ. Top of the 4th inning, 1 out so far. Wray with base runners on the corners. Akron with a 6-2 lead. Connor Dockery on KRDZ. Relief pitcher on the mound is Alex Bowen. Relieves Anderson Phila after 3 1/3 innings. He only allowed 1 hit, 2 runs, walking 6 batters, striking out 5. Meanwhile, stolen base uncontested here from Carson Rockwell. So Rockwell on second, Darren Welp on third. Joey Wymura at the plate with a 1-1 count. Here's the 1-1, that one above the zone. 2 balls and a strike. A great start there on the mound for Anderson Phila. However, the pitching staff as a whole for Akron really got roughed up in that first game. So we'll see if Phila being pulled from the game will get Wray going, as this one's a line drive to left center field. That one finds the grass, and it's going to be a base hit, scoring 2 runs for Wray. Wymura, he's pushing third. Throw is in and off the line, and Joey Wymura with a 2 RBI triple. Wray now trails by just 2 runs, top of the 4th inning with still just 1 out. So not the Not the start to this relief appearance that Alex Bowen wanted.
Now batting number 9, Ashton.
Wymira with his first triple of the season. Wymira had just 2 of those last year, so a great job right there. Get some momentum on the bats right there. We will see. Now stepping in, Ashton Rogers. First pitch misses above the belt. It's a 1-0 count for Rogers.
Barrel it up when it's there.
So now it's the first hit of the inning as 2 runs score. Wray just 2 hits on the ball game. But again, it was once that first hit in that first game in the top of the 4th inning that finally got them going. We'll see if this gets them going and they can try to chip away at this deficit even further. Wymira still at third, a 2-0 count to Rogers. Next delivery, this one swung on. This one is deep to right field, and it finds the grass. Sweetland trying to throw it back in. Rogers pushing for 2. He gets there safely, and it's an RBI double for Rogers. Wray trails by just 1 run now.
Now batting number 4, Chris Arambula.
My, oh my. So just like that, once Anderson Filla headed to the dugout from his great start, it's just all falling apart immediately. 2 hits and 3 runs scoring since he left the game. One of those runs credited as this one. It's going to be high and deep to left field from Chris Arambula, but getting under it to make the catch is Evan Vogt. Meanwhile, trying for third is Rogers. He dives in safely. So a fly out there for Chris Arambula. There is the second out of the inning. Camden Riggleman stepping into the plate.
Number 10, Camden Riggleman.
So 2 hits, 3 runs so far in the inning, 2 down. We'll see if Riggleman can keep the train rolling. Wray trailed 6-2, now trails 6-5. First pitch to Riggleman way over his head, but Farnham able to make the snag and not let that one get away. If so, that would have tied the game. Still there at third is Ashton Rogers. Riggleman with a 1-0 count. Next delivery, that one gets the outside portion of the plate for a called strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike for Camden Riggleman. Coming into this appearance, 0 for 2 in this one with a strikeout. 1-1. Ooh, that one nearly got him on the noggin, but he's able to limbo his way out of that one. 2 balls, 1 strike. Still putting himself into a very good count. Meanwhile, Alex Bowen trying to get this under control. Immediately when he comes in, allows 2 hits and 3 runs after Anderson Fila's great start. Next pitch misses low and away. Now 3 balls and a strike. Riggleman trying to make it on base at the very least. Of course, trying to bring home the tying run from third. The 3-1. That one misses high and inside. It's a walk. So first walk issued in relief for Alex Bowen. That's going to bring up
Number 2, Eddie Estrada.
Eddie Estrada now at the plate. He's drawn 2 walks himself already and has a stolen base to boot. 2 down, base runners on the corners. Wray trails by 1. Pitch to Estrada is too high, and an uncontested steal from Camden Riggleman. Just able to waltz to second base without a throw. So now 2 base runners in scoring position. 2 down, 1-0 count to Estrada. Next pitch gets right down Main Street. 1 ball, 1 strike. Estrada in game 1 as well, 0 for 4, but did draw a walk. So in total on the season, 0 for 4, 3 walks. Still looking for that first hit. This one goes right past the glove. And the throw to first from second is in time. So gets right past Bowen's glove. But the out is still made there at first. And it remains a one-run ball game. So Wray able to tack on 3 to their total on 2 hits. And the score is 6-5 in favor of Akron, heading into the bottom of the 4th inning on KRDZ.
Now batting, number 3.
6-5, Akron's lead down to just 1 now in the bottom of the 4th inning. Connor Dockery on KRDZ. Camden Riggleman remains on the mound for the Eagles, and leading us off for Akron is Brock Sweetland. Drew a walk in his first plate appearance, also scored one of Akron's 4 runs in that big 2nd inning. First pitch from Riggleman. Ooh, that one drove inside and got Sweetland on the back. So not a good start there to this inning on the mound. A hit by pitch. Just the first hit batter of the game for either team. But that does bring back the top of the order. Anderson Filla now steps in. He is 0 for 2, reached on an error in the 1st inning. Lined out to center field in the 2nd inning. Pickoff attempt to first base unsuccessful. Filla also scored a run there in the 1st inning as well. First pitch bounces in the dirt. 1-0 count for Anderson Filla. Filla in game 1 was 0 for 3 as well. Still searching for that first hit of the game. Next one, big swing and a miss on a low pitch. 1 ball and 1 strike. Riggleman, despite allowing the leadoff base runner, nearly got Anderson Filla right there as well, as that one just went right behind him. And Arambula unable to make the catch. So that allowed a free advance on the bases for Brock Sweetland. He moves up to 2nd. 2 balls, 1 strike. Next delivery is in the dirt again. So Riggleman there in the 3rd inning, retired the side in order with 2 strikeouts as well. His location was really on point in that inning. However, resorting to a couple of pitches with a bit of a late release like the 2nd inning. Next one is swung on, foul tipped. It's going to be 2 balls and 2 strikes. No outs. Base runner on 2nd for Akron. Bottom of the 4th inning. Scoreboard is incorrect. It says 5th inning. It is still the 4th inning. 2-2. That one swung on. It's going to be grounded to third. Ooh, it's going to shank foul at the last moment. So everybody has to go back to their places. It remains a 2-2 count for Anderson Filla. Gets his bat back, and let's do this 2-2 count one more time. Riggleman searching for the first out of the inning. Next throw, too low, and it's going to be a, looks like it was a 3-2 count, so that one in the dirt is a walk. So, now base runners on first and second, following a hit batter and a walked batter. Nobody out in the inning. Mound visit for Camden Riggleman. We'll see if they decide to leave him in or if they decide to pull him.
I've been asked to announce that the concession stand will be closing soon.
So we will see. Once again, Riggleman getting himself into another bit of a jam right here. So Riggleman heading off of the mound. So that means he is being relieved. So we are going to step aside. It is the bottom of the fourth inning. Base runners on first and second for Akron with no outs. We will be back on KRDZ. Relief pitcher on the mound for Wray is Eddie Estrada. So Camden Riggleman pulled after 3 innings. He allowed 6 runs on 6 hits, issued 3 walks, hit 1 batter, and struck out 4. Currently 2 base runners out there with 0 outs. So Estrada's first test will be Evan Vogt. So far in this one, 0 for 1 with a walk and a run scored and a 1-1 count. Here's the 1-1. That one bounces in the dirt. 2 balls and a strike. Vogt in game 1 today, 0 for 2 as well, also drew a walk. So Vogt, like Anderson Filla, still searching for his first hit of the doubleheader. Another one is too low. 3 balls and a strike for Vogt. Trying to add to that traffic on the bases, trying to add to Akron's lead after leading by as many as 4. They only lead by 1 as another pitch in the dirt leads to another walk. So that is the first walk issued for Eddie Estrada. And that brings up Xavier Livesey. Very big game number 2 from him. 2 doubles and 5 RBIs to his name. Really need to avoid a big situation right here. No outs, bases loaded to this guy. Estrada has a big test on his hands. First pitch to him. That's going to get the outside corner of the plate for strike 1. Check swing for Livesey. He ended up holding off. Here's the 0-1. That one a big swing and a miss, and Livesey is down 0-2. Be a big confidence booster if Estrada can get Livesey out here. Here's the 0-2. That one swung. That one is going into right field, and unable to make the play is out there in right field. Throw back in, not in time. It is just going to be a single, so we'll just play station to station right here. So that'll be an RBI single for Xavier Livesey. Coming home to score, Brock Swedland. So that'll be the first hit and first run scored of the inning. Score is now 7-5 in favor of Akron. Run will, of course, be charged to Camden Riggleman. That was his base runner that came home to score. So bases remain loaded, still no outs. First pitch in the dirt to Ryan McCaffrey. So he is now with a 1-0 count, and ouch. Next pitch was swung on, foul tipped. So it is a 1-1 count to McCaffrey. However, that one looked like it dinged Arambula's hand. Foul tipped, and Arambula just trying to go for it. Just slipped off his hand. So we will see. Off his throwing hand, too. Looked like his thumb. So hopefully he is okay. Looks like he is going to get checked out right here. So again, Arambula, a big part of this team. Ended up suffering a pretty bad elbow injury there midway through the basketball season. Ironically enough, to Akron. And they were originally thinking that was going to be a season-ending injury. However, he made great progress on his recovery. Ended up sticking around for the end of the basketball season, able to come back just in time for the regional tournament and the state tournament, and able to play for this baseball season. Originally, even his baseball season looked to be in jeopardy, but looks like he is good to go. That is good to see. No injury there for Rambo. Just needed a moment to kind of shake it off there. 1-1 count to McCaffrey. The next delivery does not get the outside corner. 2 balls and a strike. Here is the 2-1. That one swung on. It's going to be a fly ball going to shallow right center, and out there to make the catch. There's the first out of the inning. And no Akron base runners advancing as well. So Rockwell able to make the play. Out number 1. So Estrada able to get his first out in relief, and stepping in is Alex Bowen. Bases still loaded, 1 down. Akron leads by 2. First pitch swung on, popped, fouled over the plate. 0-1 count. So far, Bowen in this one, 1 for 2. Had a single at the end of the second inning. Next one is popped foul again, out of play. Bowen falls behind, 0-2. Bowen gets back set at the plate. Here's the 0-2. That one swung on and missed, and there is the second out. Some great pitching here from Estrada. There's his first strikeout of the season, and despite giving up the walk and RBI single from Xavier Livesey, able to get 2 consecutive outs with the bases loaded without allowing any scores in that stretch. That's pretty big pitching. We'll see if he can close this one out. Meanwhile, swung on and missed by Farnham. Batter number 6 in the order for Akron. Farnham down 0-1. Here's the next delivery. That one misses low and away. 1 ball and 1 strike, 2 down. Bases loaded. Akron with a 7-5 lead over the Wray Eagles. Game 2 of the doubleheader. Looking for a split with Wray. Also looking for their first victory against Wray since 2017. Including game 1 of the doubleheader today, Wray has won 8 consecutive baseball games with Akron. This one grounded along the third baseline, but it's going to be just foul. That one would have been devastating, would have likely plated at least 2 of the 3 Akron base runners. However, everybody has to go back to their places. Bases remain loaded. 2 balls, 2 outs. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 2-run lead for Akron. Bottom of the 4th inning. 2-2. That one couldn't quite graze the top of the zone. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Big pitch coming up right here. Here's the payoff delivery. That one bounces in the dirt, and it's going to force home a run. A walk with the bases loaded, so Farnham now walked. That will force home Anderson Filla from third. And the bases remain loaded. The inning is extended. So another run that will go under Camden Riggleman's name. It is now 8-5 in favor of Akron. They led by as many as 4. Then Wray cut the lead down to 1. They've rebuilt their lead back up to 3 as Hunter Molt is back at the plate for Akron. So 1 hit, 2 runs this inning. Here's the 0-1 to Molt. That one goes behind the plate for Arambula, and that will advance all the base runners up by 1 plate. So wild pitch there for Estrada. That will plate another run. This time this run will go under Estrada's name, as that was Vogt, his first base runner, coming in to score. Three runs now scoring in the inning. It is now 9-5. Akron tying their large lead of the game. They led 6-2. Now 9-5. 1-1 to Molt. That one right down the middle, swung on. It's a pop fly to second. And from first making the catch is Rice Peterson, and the side is retired. So, a little bit of damage done. However, Estrada, decent in relief, able to limit the damage, of course, a lot less than it could have been. So, 1 hit, plates 3 runs for Akron. No errors in the inning, and 2 were left on base. We head to the top of the 5th inning. Akron leads Wray 9-5 on KRDZ. top of the 5th inning from Akron, Colorado, the Rams have a 9-5 lead over the Wray Eagles. Connor Dockery on KRDZ. Rice Peterson leading us off here in the top of the 5th, and he will bunt this one. It will roll along the third baseline and just over the foul line. So he will have to retreat back to the plate, and he is down 0-1. So Rice Peterson with his third try at the plate in this one. He is 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Peterson stepping back in. Peterson still looking for that first base hit of the season. He is a combined 0 for 4 with 2 walks. First pitch was that foul. Next pitch was too high above the zone for a 1-1. The next delivery, ooh, that one got him on the elbow. So that's going to be a hit by pitch. So Peterson able to make it to first base there. Bowen remains on the mound for Akron. Pitching the last 2/3 of an inning, he allowed 2 hits, 1 run, and 1 walk. Here is Darren Welp. 2 walks, 1 run scored, and 1 stolen base to his name. So Wray now with a base runner on first, and Peterson going to try to snag second base before the throw, and I believe he is in time. He is. Boy, unexcusable mistake right there for Bowen there on the mound, just caught sleeping. So there's a stolen base right there for Rice Peterson. Of course, is in the stats as a steal with the throw made. So now a base runner at second with no outs in the inning. Pitch too low for Welp. 1 ball, 0 strikes. Wray trying to chip away at the deficit once again. They were able to trim it down to 1 the previous inning, but Akron in the bottom of the inning able to get those 3 runs back and rebuild their lead to where it was. Pitch ran inside, nearly got Welp, as Welp gets ahead in the count 2-0. Here's the 2-0 delivery. That one's too high. Welp now ahead 3 balls and 0 strikes. Good way to chip away at a deficit, build up those base runners, avoid the outs. Put pressure on the pitcher there on the mound. 3-0, that one misses inside. It's a walk, and Peterson able to successfully swipe third. So now base runners on the corners with 0 outs. So Peterson with 2 stolen bases, able to make it all the way to third. So hit by pitch and a walk to start this inning. Second walk issued by Bowen. Now at the plate, Yahi Enriquez. First delivery to him is on the corner for strike 1, right on the inside. 0 balls, 1 strike. Enriquez steps back in. So far in this game, 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. Here's the 0-1. That one gets the bottom of the zone. Meanwhile, a uncontested steal from Welp. So he makes it to second. Base runners now on second and third with 0 outs in the inning. Enriquez trying to fight his way back in this count. 0-2 down, and he swings and misses. So 3 plate appearances and 3 strikeouts for Enriquez. That brings in Carson Rockwell. Base runners on second and third, 1 out in the inning. Wray trails Akron by 4 in the top of the 5th inning. Rockwell in this one 0 for 1. does have a walk and a run scored. First delivery, that one swung on, lined to foul territory along the third baseline. Pretty decent contact on that one, just needs to swing a little bit earlier there. 0-1 count to Rockwell. Trying to help Wray chip away at this deficit. Here's the 0-1, way off the plate. 1 ball and 1 strike. Rockwell back ready. Bowen with the windup and the throw. That one grazes the outside corner. 1 ball, 2 strikes now for Rockwell. Searching for that second out. Bowen trying to limit the potential damage in this inning. 1-2 after the glance to second. That one misses off the plate. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Rockwell. Rockwell back at the plate. Bowen in the stretch. And the pitch, 2-2. That one lined to left field, and that finds the grass. It's going to be an RBI single for Carson Rockwell. Throwback into play is a little awry, but no further movement on the bases. Meanwhile, Rockwell, that is his first career high school base hit. So great job there, Carson Rockwell. Congratulations. Gets himself an RBI single. Brings Wray within 3. It's now 9-6 in favor of Akron. Here comes Joey Wymura. Base runners on the corners with 1 away. This one is going to be popped foul out of play. Wymura going back to the box. The third hit allowed in relief by Bowen. Everybody going back to their places. Starting to dip in temperature here in Akron. Everybody starting to bundle up here. 0-1, that one misses, and a uncontested steal from Carson Rockwell. Advances to second. Now base runners on second and third with just 1 out in the inning. Wymura back set at the plate. Bowen in the stretch. Here's the 1-1. That one, a big swing and a miss from Wymura. Now a 1-2 count for Joey Wymura. Wymura so far in this one, 1 for 2. A 2 RBI triple for him and a run scored in the 4th inning. Also scored another run on a walk and had a stolen base as well in the 1st inning. And a looking strikeout right there against Joey Wymura. That one able to catch the corner, so that is going to be strikeout number 2, for Bowen. And out number 2 as well. So base runners on second and third, 2 down in the inning. Ashton Rogers at the plate. In the stretch, here's the first delivery. That one swung on, grounded to third, and unable to handle that one is Jackson Filla, and that's going to plate at least 2 runs. It does. So a clutch double right there, right along the third baseline for Ashton Rogers. And that will bring home the 2 base runners in front of him. Darren Welp and Carson Rockwell coming home to score. 2 RBI double for Ashton Rogers. That brings Wray within 1 run once again. Two hits and 3 runs in the inning for the Eagles. Camden Riggleman now at the plate. They're also going to intentionally walk Chris Arambula, so they're going to just put him on first. They don't want to have him try to tie this one. So now base runners on first and second. 2 outs, trying to get Riggleman out to retire the side. Just trying to get this third out. Alex Bowen doesn't want to let this one get away. Here's the 0-1. This one is going to be fouled away by Riggleman. So Riggleman now 0-2. Akron led 6-2. Then Wray cut the lead down to 1. And then Akron was able to rebuild that lead back to 4 again, 9-5. And Wray able to cut it back down to 1 once again. We'll see if Wray can break through and at least tie here. The 0-2 to Riggleman. That one's in the dirt. It gets away from Farnham. That will advance both base runners up 1 bag each. And the throwback in quickly will hold them at second and third. So a wild pitch from Bowen. So a 1-2 count for Camden Riggleman with 2 outs. Trying to tie, if not take the lead, if he puts the ball in play for a hit. Pitch overhead, and that's going to be ball 2. Riggleman headed to first thinking that was a walk, but did not have the count correct in his head. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Base runners on second and third. Wray trailing Akron by 1, top of the 5th. Here's a 2-2. That one swung on. It's a pop fly, shallow right center, and the catch is made by the shortstop. So that will retire Manners here in the top of the 5th inning. Wray able to get 3 runs on 2 hits, and Akron leads Wray 9-8, going into the bottom of the 5th on KRDZ. Bottom of the 5th inning. Akron in front of Wray, 9-8. Connor Dockery on KRDZ. Still on the mound there for Wray is Eddie Estrada. Leading us off in this inning will be Xavier Livesey. Actually make that Jackson Phila. Excuse me, sorry, looked at the wrong inning. So Jackson Phila actually leading us off here, and he is even with Estrada with a 1-1 count. Next delivery swung on and missed. Great delivery there from Estrada. Now a 1-2 count for Jackson Phila. Estrada trying to get on the right track here in this inning. Here's the 1-2. That one swung on, fouled deep out of play along the third base line. So we'll try this again. Stays a 1-2 count with Jackson Phila. Estrada in the stretch. Here's the 1-2 again. Swung on, popped foul out of play. Third consecutive 1-2 count. Phila is 1 for 2, had a double in the second inning and struck out to end the third inning. 1-2, that one gets the outside corner of the plate, and there is a looking strikeout for Estrada. It's going to be the second strikeout for Estrada, and that gets the fifth inning going with a out. Here's Brock Sweetland. So far in this one, drawing a walk and hit by a pitch as well. Trying to make it back on base. First delivery, that one is just off the corner. 1 ball and 0 strikes. Trying to make this a quick bottom of the fifth. Ray's bats have some pretty good momentum, but they just need to have some good pitching right here to limit Akron's run production here. Both teams scoring 3 runs in each of the last 3 half innings. Here's the 2-0 to Sweetland. That one is too low. 3 balls and 0 strikes to Brock Sweetland. Estrada trying to avoid the walk. Issue just 1. Make that 2 free passes there in the past inning. And the next pitch gets the bottom of the zone for a called strike 1. 3 balls and 1 strike. Here's the 3-1. That one swing and a miss. Excellent location for Eddie Estrada. And he goes from being down 3-0 to Sweetland to running it full 3-2. Here's the 3-2 payoff pitch. That one is just too low off the right corner. So that will be a walk. So for the third time today in this game, Sweetland makes it on base second time on the walk. That is the third walk issued by Estrada. So Akron has themselves a 1-out base runner. Top of the order is back in the form of Anderson Phila. First delivery, that one is swung on and popped out to foul territory, out of play. No balls, 1 strike. Phila still looking for that first hit today. However, he does have a walk drawn in this game. Another one popped and fouled out of play. Phila has scored 2 runs today. He, again, was walked in his last plate appearance and also in the first inning reached via the error. Here's the 0-2. That one swung on foul, tipped again. So Phila at least doing a good job of making contact with these pitches. Estrada just needs to find a way to pull through and make him miss one. The 0-2 once more. That one too high. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Jackson. Make that Anderson Phila. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The next delivery, that one just too high. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Phila. In the stretch, the 2-2 once more. That one swung on. It's a pop fly in play out to short, and making the catch is Joey Wymura. And there's the second out.
Now batting, number 19.
So now Evan Vogt stepping in, trying to extend the inning for Akron. Currently, base runner on first with 2 outs. Akron holding on with a 1-run lead in the bottom of the 5th. Here's the first delivery. That one is too low. 1 ball, 0 strikes. Vogt in this one, 0 for 1. Does have 2 walks and 2 runs scored. Here's the 1-0 stolen base attempt. Sweetland trying to go for second, and he is mowed down. A fantastic throw from Chris Arambula behind the plate, and we will leave it right there. Sweetland caught stealing. That retires the side. So essentially retiring the side in order right there is Estrada. So Estrada now pitching in 2 innings. Not doing too bad in relief. And Wray holds Akron scoreless in the bottom of the 5th, and they trail Akron by 1 going into the top of the 6th on KRDZ.
Now batting number 2, Eddie Estrada.
9-8. Akron with the lead over Wray, top of the 6th inning. Connor Dockery on KRDZ. Bowen remains on the mound for Akron, and leading us off for Wray is Eddie Estrada. First pitch was off the mark. It's a ball, 1-0. Next pitch is popped foul out of play. 1 ball and 1 strike to Eddie Estrada. Here's the 1-1 delivery to Estrada. That one is swung on, grounded right to short. Throw to first is in time, and there will be a ground out to start the top of the 6th inning. So Estrada now 0 for 2 in this one, does have 2 walks in this one. Moving on is Rice Peterson. Rice Peterson 0 for 2 as well. Was hit by a pitch to lead off the top of the 5th inning. First one, a swing and contact, going to be grounded right to second, but struggling to make the pickup there for Akron. Poss unable to make the throw, so that would have been a close play regardless. It's a bit of a slow grounder right there for Peterson. But he does make it on base. 1 down in the inning. Now here is Darren Welp. Here's the pitch, bounces in the dirt, ooh, and it gets away from Farnham. And that's going to allow Rice Peterson to make it to second. So no throw was made. Peterson now at second after making it on base. And a 1-0 count for Darren Welp. Pitch bounces in the dirt again, backs up Farnham again, but Peterson is instead going to retreat back to second. Farnham able to get to the ball a little bit quicker this time around. Timeout called, and there's going to be a mound visit right here for Bowen. Looking a little bit shaky on the mound. We'll see if they go with a reliever right here. Been in so far for 2 full innings. He's allowed 4 hits for 4 runs. He has struck out 2 batters, also walked 3, hit 1 batter, and thrown 1 wild pitch. This looks like the team just going to talk things over right here. Meanwhile, Wray also meeting with head coach Brett Vlasheen off the third baseline. Looks like Akron is going to leave Bowen in the game. So Peterson heads back to second. And Welp back to the plate. 2 balls and 0 strikes with 1 out. Next pitch was in the zone for a strike. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Bowen in the stretch once more. Glances back at second to Peterson, makes another throw. It's too high. 3 balls and a strike for Darren Welp. Welp on the doorstep of yet another walk. He has drawn 3 of those in this game, and he has come home to score 2 runs. Next one finds the zone again. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Welp runs it full. Big payoff pitch right here for Bowen, trying to stay in the game as long as he can. Holding on with just a 1-run lead. Akron has led since the bottom of the 2nd inning, and a stolen base for Peterson. Meanwhile, the walk by Darren Welp. So Welp is walked. Peterson with a stolen base. So 4 plate appearances and 4 walks for Darren Welp. Not bad. Meanwhile, going to have a pinch hitter right here, Lawton Annan, in place for Yahi Enriquez. He's going to step in, lefty hitter for Wray. Base runners on the corners with 1 out. First delivery well off the plate, and no throw to second on a uncontested steal. So now base runners at second and third with just 1 out. Wray trailing by 1. 1-0 count to Annan. Next pitch way off the plate again. 2-0 the count. Annan in game 1, 0 for 1, had a plate appearance at the end of the game, much like this one. 2-0, that one high and away again. 3-0 the count to Annan. Couple of practice swings from Annan, gets back set, 3 balls, 0 strikes, and the 4-pitch walk. Annan draws his first walk of the season. That's the 2nd consecutive walk, also 5th walk issued in relief for Bowen. And another timeout here for Akron. It looks like they are going to pull Bowen. So we're going to step aside. Relief pitcher coming up for Akron. Wray trails by 1 run, only 1 out in the inning with the bases loaded. We'll be right back on KRDZ. Back to Akron. Relief pitcher is Hunter Molt. So Bowen pitching in 2 innings, allowing 4 hits and so far 4 runs. He does have 3 of his base runners on base now. We'll see how Molt does. Bowen also issued 5 walks, struck out 2 batters. 1 down in the top of the 6th. Wray with the bases loaded. And the first pitch in there for a strike to Carson Rockwell. That one on the outside of the zone, so a 0-1 count. Rockwell trying to drive in the tying, if not go-ahead runs, depending on the results of this plate appearance. Ooh, this one ran in, nearly got Rockwell. He had to kind of hop out of the way. Meanwhile, Farnham looks like he might be hurt. So 1 ball and 1 strike for Carson Rockwell. Farnham looks like he needs time to shake it off. Ball ricocheted off of his right leg. Didn't look like it felt too good. Looks like he's okay. Rockwell steps back in. Here is the 1-1 for Rockwell. That one, ooh, swung and missed on a far outside pitch. Had to kind of stretch out to try to make contact, but could not. 1 ball, 2 strikes with 1 out. Rockwell stepping in. 1-2 with 1 out, bases loaded, swung on. This one lined to left field. That one is caught and able to get the throw back in time, and that will hold all the base runners on base. So it's going to be a fly out for Rockwell to left field. No base runners scoring. So Molt getting the big 2nd out in relief. First out for him. But that brings back the top of the order. Joey Wymura back at the plate. He does have a 2 RBI triple to his name earlier this game. 2 outs with bases loaded. First pitch way off the mark, but Farnham able to go off the plate and recover it quickly. So 1 ball, 0 strikes for Waimura. Waimura so far in this one, 1 for 3, does have a walk, 2 runs scored as well of those 2 RBIs. Pitch in the zone, 1 ball, 1 strike for Waimura. Trying to keep the inning alive and tie the game, if not take the lead. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Molt in the stretch. Here's the 1-1. That one is too high on the far side of the plate. 2 balls and a strike for Waimura. Waimura steps back in. Here's the 2-1 to Waimura. That one's low. It bounces away from Farnham, and that will bring home the tying run. Bad time for a wild pitch from Molt, and we are tied at 9 runs apiece. Rice Peterson in for the score on the wild pitch. Now Waimura playing with some house money here. Game is tied. Base runners on second and third with 2 outs. 3-1 count. That one right down Main Street. That'll be the second strike. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 2 in scoring position. Wray and Akron tied at 9. Top of the 6th inning of this dropping temperature doubleheader, if you will. This one popped foul out of play. Count remains full, 3-2 with 2 outs. Molt just looking for that good pitch that'll help him limit the damage here. Of course, coming in to a bases loaded situation, able to get out the first batter that he faced. Run, of course, going against Bowen. Next pitch, Waimura sends this one out to left field, and it's going to be caught out there by Vogt, and the side is retired. So a fly out for Waimura. That ends the inning, and Wray able to tack on 1 run there on 0 hits. So we are tied at 9 going into the bottom of the 6th inning on KRDZ. Back to Akron. 9-9 is the score in the bottom of the 6th inning. Ball game now tied, of course. Akron led since the bottom of the 2nd inning, but were able to slowly chip away, finally get the shutdown inning that they wanted. There in the bottom of the 5th inning from Eddie Estrada. And he remains on the mound here, trying to go for another shutdown inning. First pitch swinging by Vogt, grounded right to short, and the throw was very good, but just a little bit too far to make a throw in time. So the throw was on target, but just slightly late. So it is an infield single from Evan Vogt to get the inning underway for Akron. Second hit given up by Estrada in relief. So now a leadoff base hit for Akron. Xavier Livesay at the plate. 3 for 3 in this game. Has himself 6 RBIs, stolen base attempt on the first pitch, and the throw is not in time. So he's stolen base from Evan Vogt after his leadoff infield single. It's now a base runner in scoring position with no outs in the bottom of the 6th. We're in crunch time, ladies and gentlemen. 1-0 to Livesay. That one swung on, and it's a pop fly going to second base. Rockwell under it, and he cannot make the catch. So that's going to be an E4. So 1 hit and 1 error. Base runners on first and second for Akron. No outs in the bottom of the 6th. Ryan McCaffrey in at the plate. First pitch to him is low and away. 1 ball, 0 strikes. McCaffrey so far in this one 2 for 3, 2 singles, 1 stolen base as well. 1-0. This one swung on, sent foul. One the count now for Ryan McCaffrey. So far in relief, Eddie Estrada, 2 full innings, allowing 2 hits, 1 run, 3 walks, and 2 strikeouts. Next one swung foul tipped. 1-2 count for McCaffrey. Estrada trying to get that elusive first out here. Trying to hold Akron to no runs in this 6th inning, because then at the top of the 7th, pressure is going to be on the Wray batters to try and tie or take the lead to force a bottom of the 7th inning. Swing and a miss, and there's a big out number 1 from Estrada on his 3rd strikeout of the night. So Alex Bowen stepping in with 1 out, base runners on first and second. Arambula out there to talk with Estrada for a little bit between batters. Bowen, 1 for 3 in this one. Single in the 2nd inning, also struck out in the 4th inning. Estrada trying to get a big second out here. Doesn't want to allow any more movement on the bases here. First pitch, swung. It's going to be a pop fly to second base. Rockwell under it, and Rockwell with the catch. That's exactly what you want to do in that situation. First pitch and an out. So now 2 outs with a base runner on first and second. 2 big outs there for Estrada. Now Ty Lucero in for Farnham as a pinch hitter. He was a starter at catcher in game 1 of the doubleheader. However, here he is in a pinch hitting situation, trying to use his power to try to get something into the outfield, try to bring home the go-ahead run. 2 outs, first pitch right down the middle for strike 1. 0-1 count for Lucero. Lucero in game 1, 1 for 2 with a walk. Next delivery, that one misses off the plate. 1 ball and 1 strike. 2 outs, base runners on first and second. Wray and Akron tied at 9, bottom of the 6th inning. Estrada glanced back to second. Here's the 1-1. That one misses low and away. 2 balls and a strike. Big at-bat right here for Lucero. Here is the 2-1. That one right down the middle, and that's a called strike 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes with 2 outs and 2 base runners on. Tied game at 9. Big pitch right here. The 2-2. That one just off the plate, and it's a ball. 3 balls and 2 strikes. It runs full. So now an even bigger pitch right here. Payoff pitch with 2 outs, 2 on. Bottom of the 6th, tied ball game. Here's the payoff pitch, and it's too high. It's a walk. So Lucero comes in, gets a big walk right here. And the bases are now loaded with 2 outs. Hunter Moltz at the plate. So far 0 for 3 in this one, so he has struggled at the plate in this ball game. Estrada hoping that his struggles continue. Moltz struggles, that is. Bases loaded, 2 outs, tied ball game in the bottom of the 6th inning. So it looks like there's going to be a pinch runner right here. It'll be Evan Piper pinch running for Lucero. So bases loaded. Molt with a huge at-bat here. First delivery, that one in the zone for a called strike 1. Good start to this at-bat right here for Estrada there on the mound. No balls, 1 strike in the stretch. The 0-1, that one just low off the plate. Couldn't quite tempt Molt there. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here is the 1-1 from Estrada. That one swung. This one's going to right field and under it for, unable to make the catch. Oh no, and that one's going to plate at least 2 runs. So Riggleman unable to get under it and make the catch. It's going to be an E9. 2 RBIs on the play. Coming home to score, Evan Vogt and Xavier Livesick. So now base runners on the corners. 2 outs. Akron back in front. 11-9 over Wray. And Molt now on pace for the win after on the mound after delivering that big spot right there. First pitch, that one in the dirt through the legs of Arambula. He's able to swipe in quickly, and no run coming home to score. However, the base runner does advance to second. So 1-0 the count now to Jackson Filla. So 2 runs on 1 hit, 2 errors in the inning. Akron back in front, 11-9. Here's the 1-0. That one swung on deep to left center field by Jackson Filla. That makes it all the way to the fence. And it's going to be at least a double for Filla, who's chugging for third, and he's able to dive in. The throw is offline, and Filla is going to advance all the way home. So an infield home run, not an infield home run, an inside the park home run for Jackson Fila. That will unload the bases. It will be a 3 RBI home run. So 3 more runs scoring. 5 runs scoring in the inning, and Akron leads 14-9. All 5 runs coming with 2 outs. And Estrada still there on the mound. Batter number 9 in the order for Akron. Brock Sweetland is at the plate. Time has been called by Sweetland. Needs to take a couple of practice swings before getting back set. So 1-0 the count to him. Next delivery, that one in the zone, 1-1. Next delivery, that one's in the dirt. 2 balls and 1 strike for Sweetland. Estrada still searching for that 3rd out. Here's the 2-1. That one in the zone for a strike. Sweetland nearly tempted, but he held off. It's a strike 2 anyways. 2-2 the count. 2 outs. Akron leads by 5. Bottom of the 6th. Next pitch. That one too far, high and inside. 3 balls, 2 strikes with 2 outs. Sweetland steps back in. Here's the 3-2 payoff pitch. This one swung on, going to shallow right field, and Rockwell unable to make the catch. Another error in the inning for Wray, error number 3. And the inning continues. So Sweetland makes it to first. And now all 9 batters in the current lineup for Akron getting an appearance here in the 6th inning. An inning in which was tied going into it. So, back at the top of the order, Anderson Fila takes the first pitch, 1-0. Next delivery gets the bottom of the zone, 1-1. Fila in this one, 0 for 3 with a walk and 2 runs scored. The next delivery, 1-1. That one, swing and miss. Big cut there from Fila. Couldn't make contact. Good location from Estrada. And Estrada 1 strike away from getting out of this inning. Here's the 1-2 delivery. Steal attempt meanwhile. And this one's going to be popped to the infield. Peterson getting under it and makes the catch. So the side is retired. However, unfortunately for the Eagles, they give up 2 hits and 5 runs in the inning. And they now head into the top of the 7th inning, trailing Akron 14-9. And top of the 7th inning, of course, coming next on KRDZ. Top of the 7th inning. Akron with their large lead of the game, 14-9 over the Eagles. Connor Dockery on KRDZ. Coming in for the top of the 7th inning on the mound is Caleb Poss for Akron, trying to get these last 3 outs without giving up at least 5 runs, trying to secure this victory. Leading off the inning for Wray is Ashton Rogers. Falling behind 0-2 here to lead off the inning. So Poss looking for a big out, number 1. Rogers looking to spark a rally here for the Eagles. 0-2. This one, a fly ball to left center. And getting under it for the catch is Vogt. So there is out number 1. So 1 up, 1 down in the inning. Here is Chris Arambula. Big spot in this one. Arambula so far, he is 1 for 3. Does have an intentional walk earlier as well. Next delivery, that one in the dirt, low and away. 1 ball, 0 strikes. Arambula also a run scored off of an error and an RBI to his name in this one as well. Next one got the bottom of the zone. 1 ball, 1 strike. Poss ready. Here is the 1-1 to Arambula. That one low and away. That one gets away, but no base runners to take advantage. 2 balls and a strike to Arambula. Arambula steps back in the box. He's ready. Here's the 2-1 from Poss. That one swung on and missed. That one just sunk right down out of the zone, dropped off a table. Great pitch from Poss. And it's now 2-2. Looking for a big second out. Akron trying to defeat Wray for the first time in 5 years. 2-2, swung on. That one lined directly to second base, and there's the second out. So it is on the shoulders of Camden Riggleman trying to spark any last bit of hope here for the Eagles. 2 outs, no base runners on, and a 5-run deficit to Akron. Akron trying to climb back to 500 on the season and trying to split this series with Wray after falling in game number 1 this afternoon, 16-4. First pitch was too low to Riggleman, 1-0. Here's the next delivery. That one swung on, fly ball just in foul territory off first base. And Xavier Livesay comes over to make the catch, and that's the ball game. So Akron will take this one by a final score of 14-9. They defeat Wray for the first time since 2017. They snap an 8-game losing streak to the Eagles, and they're able to successfully split today's doubleheader. So Wray drops to 1-1 on the season. Akron improves to 2-2. And the big problem today with Wray, a lot of errors in this second game. Too many errors, too many fielding errors. Specifically 6 errors on the game, leading to a lot of the opportunities for Akron that likely would not have been there. So final score for Akron, they were able to score 14 runs on 9 hits. They committed 2 errors, and 5 of their base runners were left on. Wray scoring 9 runs on 5 hits. They committed 6 errors, and 10 Eagles batters were left on base. So not only some defensive struggles for Wray, not only on the mound or in the field, but also at the plate as well, just not fully capitalizing on all of their base runners out there on the bases. So, Game 1 final score, 16-4 in favor of Wray. Game 2 final score, 14-9 in favor of Akron. That's going to do it for tonight's doubleheader. Eagles baseball will be back in action on Tuesday when they host Caliche. My name is Connor Dockery. Thank you for tuning into this presentation of high school baseball on KRDZ.
Sukup Manufacturing Company hires people that were born and raised to work in this industry.
I grew up farming, and we had Sukup equipment on our farm.
I still actively farm. I know what the farmers' problems are. I can use that to help make our products better.
What kind of separates a successful farm from one that's having a little more trouble right now is the ability to market your grain.
And the best way to manage that?
On-farm storage.
Sue Rother, Fleet Manager for Sukup Trucking Operations.
We've had several calls where a farmer has broke down, a dealer needs a part right away. We do whatever we can to get it there.
The Sukup Dealer Network is also a critical part of the company's success.
Our relationship with our dealers is very close. They know who they can contact if they have a need.
The dealers are absolutely committed to this product.
When you buy something, you want to make sure you have good service that comes with it.
You have depended on Farm Rain for your customized farming equipment and service. We are humbled by your trust. We don't take it lightly. And we don't take it for granted. Thank you for continuing to count on us.